Coyote Tales with Mac and Prowler is being brought to you by Video Gear Shop. The brands you trust, the gear you need.
Video Gear Shop, located at 1205 East 36th Street in Texarkana. We sell everything from video surveillance to hunting cameras to projectors and big screens to watch the big game in a big way. Video Gear Shop can equip schools, businesses, and homes with sound systems and video equipment for classrooms, conference rooms, and even the man cave. We even sell Mac extended warranties for your binoculars, your big screen, or even your barbecue grill. Video Gear Shop, from novice to professional, supplying all your video and photography needs. Call us toll-free 866-212-4327 or check us out on Facebook or at videogearshop.com.
Hello, my name is Dustin Warnke here with Mac and Prowler, and I am here with Marty McIntyre. How are you doing, Marty?
Good, good.
Marty has some exciting news with this fish that we're here with today, and tell us what that news is, Marty.
Well, this is a state and world record, 81.5 pounds taken out of Toledo Bend in July.
Goodness, and that was actually July the 4th, 2011.
Correct, yes.
Tell us how you came about shooting this awesome fish.
Well, you know how your kids, they grow up and they move out and they get their own jobs. Well, my youngest kid said it was about time for us to get back together and do a bow fishing trip.
Family adventure, I love it.
So we met on Toledo Bend because they were coming from Mississippi. And I'm coming out of Texas, of course, and we meet on Toledo Bend, and it was kind of slow that weekend. Was kind of slow. We didn't do very well. We shot several fish the first night, but not anywhere numbers like we thought we were going to get into. Mm-hmm. Super hot on the water, so we didn't do a whole lot of day fishing. Then the last night we got into a couple fish, and it was about 11:30, 12:30 at night, and we were thinking, well, it's kind of slow. Let's just call it a night and get a good night's sleep before we head back. And this guy here comes out of the hydrilla. He just busted out of the hydrilla, and I went, oh my gosh, pow! I hit him the first time. My son followed up the second time. And that's the way we managed to get him in a boat.
That is incredible. How many arrows did it take to get him in the boat?
It actually just took 2.
Wow.
My arrow hit him here in the head and knocked him out cold. So I don't know that we would have got him in if we wouldn't have knocked him out.
Wow, Marty sent me a picture of this actual mount, and it's even more impressive seeing it in living color here personally, because it's an absolutely massive fish. And Marty's the one that actually got me addicted to the sport of bow fishing, and I'm grateful to him. I met him a little over a year ago, and I have just been sold out on bow fishing. I love doing it. It's a fun, pastime. And Marty, tell us what your slogan is for GarQuest.
Oh, saving game fish, one trash fish at a time.
This is kind of like Mac and Prowler, saving your deer one coyote at a time or one predator at a time. So it's very similar, very good for the ecosystem, and this is just a really fun sport if you've not gotten into bow fishing. If you want to see some cool pictures and video that we have, check out garquest.com. That's Marty's website, right?
Yes.
And Marty also has a Facebook page as well. You can just find him, GarQuest on Facebook, right?
GarQuest Bow Fishing on Facebook, or Marty McIntyre on Facebook.
And we're happy to have Marty as part of the team with Mac and Prowler, and we're excited about doing some awesome things and showing some awesome videos of Marty. And some of the bow fishing video. And one thing Marty does really well is gets a lot of video on the water at night and during the daytime, and is a real asset to what we have with Mac and Prowler. So thank you so much again, Marty.
Thank you.
All right, absolutely wonderful fish, and congratulations again. This is just amazing seeing this in person, and thank you so much for tuning in to our show today.
You might call it cheating. We call it M2D Camo.
Hello, I'm Dustin Warnke. I'm here with Red Hilliard, who is part of TuskerArchery.com. And Tusker Archery, tell us about Tusker Archery real quick, Red.
Well, Tusker Archery, I build primitive bows, like the old Indian style bows, out of exotic woods, bodoarc and just native woods, oaks and elms and stuff like that. And they're basically lightweight bows. I don't try to build no 80, 100-pound bows because wood normally won't let you do that much out of it. So you just have to take and accept what the wood will give you.
Very good. You also do custom quivers and those kind of things too.
I do the leather back quivers and put the different kinds of deer hides, axis and whitetails and all the other hides, cowhide, on the top part of them as on a ring for accent. And they will hold 24 arrows without a problem.
Very good. So TuskerArchery.com is www.TuskerArchery.com is obviously the website for that, and check out some of those fine things. Today we're going to talk about what to look for in a compound bow if you're buying it used. There's just some tips and tricks. There's several different places that you can purchase compound bows from, but basically if you're at a pawn shop or an archery shop buying anything used, here's what to look for. And Red has been in archery for many, many, many decades and is an absolutely perfect person to ask for this kind of advice. So go right ahead, Red.
Okay, when you go to a pawn shop and you look at a used bow, the first place you want to look is in the yoke. Because if that bow has been dry fired, it will be split and it's useless. Absolutely useless. Next, you want to see if it has the teardrop, a string holder. You need to look at the edge of the cable right there and make sure it's not stretched away and exposing cable, because that means it might be weak and it may not last too long. Then look at the string. If you see fuzzies all over it, inspect it real close. It might just be old and the wax is wore off of it. Re-wax it down. Always keep your strings waxed anyway. It makes them last a whole lot longer. And basically just overall look at the cams. If they're plastic, make sure they're not cracked or busted. If they're metal, make sure they're not bent. And you always look at the back side of the bow and make sure everything is in line. And if you look from the string through the sight window and place that string in the middle where it's supposed to be, you can tell if it's got a warped limb or something. So you need to really check that to make sure the limbs are in good shape and not split.
Very good. And another important thing that I found out, since I'm a very tall archer here, is I shoot a 30-inch draw length. And also draw length is very important because many draw lengths have what's called modules in the bottom, which are replaceable. My particular bow is a Martin bow, very similar to this one, just a newer version. And it has from 27 to 31-inch draw length modules inside it. So basically what we want to look for there is measure your draw length, and any archery shop can do that. Is that right, Red?
Right.
Okay. And know what your wingspan is, know what your draw length is, and so when you pull it back, you're going to be comfortable enough. And you don't want to dry fire any bow under any circumstances, but pulling a bow back and just seeing if it's a comfortable fit for you and letting it back down, especially with the, you know, and seeing how the cams and everything like that operates, also something that I wanted to recommend as well. Anything else?
Well, an easy way to tell your draw length if you don't have access to a pro shop, take a yardstick, put it between your fingers if it was an arrow, hold your hand out with your thumb up, put your forefinger right on your lip, and measure to the front, the longest number there, on the front side of the bow. That's your draw length. Whatever that measures to, that's your draw length.
Very good. So that's an easy way to figure that out. And you want to see also if it's going to be a comfortable fit for you. You're going to really enjoy owning this. Are you going to get it for bow fishing, or are you going to get it for compound and so on and so forth, for regular compound bow hunting, and you know what the purpose is going to be of that bow too. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
good. Very good.
You need to get a decent bow, and it don't have to cost you no $1,000.
Exactly.
You can buy a bow like this is a Browning. It's an older wooden riser bow. You can normally find these bows for around $50, and it will take just as many animals as this bow right here would, which this bow run about $800 when it was new. This bow was probably about $120. It'll take just as many animals.
And
the shooter is what matters.
Very good. And what I was going to also say is I have a Martin bow similar to this one, and basically with the Martin bow that I have, I purchased it, the arrow, the cases. I had a guy that was selling it on Craigslist that was completely getting out of bow hunting together. I bought all of his stuff from him, and for $200 out the door for everything, and that was an incredible deal. I got all of his broadheads, arrows, so when you can find a deal like that, definitely look for it for sure.
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Red. It's been a pleasure.
You bet. I've enjoyed it.
We're here at Hill Country Bow Hunters, which is in Central Texas, and we're here on a beautiful, beautiful March day, hardly any wind. We're getting ready to go out and shoot the 3D course, so we're excited to be here, and thank you so much for tuning in and visiting with us today.
Hi guys and ladies, I'm Bill Henson. If you don't know who I am, I'm Prowler on Mac & Prowler's Coyote Tales. Today I have with me a good friend, a dear friend and mentor, Jim Yount. And Jim owns Jim Yount Success Dynamics. What is JYSD?
Jim Yount Success Dynamics is a company designed and built to help small businesses make more money with their business.
Oh, I like that.
Me too. That's why we're in business.
I can tell you that it works. I can tell you personally that it works. Because of his teachings and his mentoring, I have learned how to make money. I'm not rich, but I make money. I own 3 businesses, and all 3 of them right now are making money. Yes. Mac & Prowler being one of them. And because of Jim's teachings, I have the ability now to put this on national TV. So explain to me, as